Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Sachidananda Rupaya Krishnaya Klishtakarine. Namo Vedanta Vedaya Guruve Buddhi Sakshine. I bow down to Lord Shri Krishna, who has the form of Sachidanand, who is the eternal truth, who is pure consciousness, who is bliss personified. I bow down to that Krishna because of whom everything is happening, and whatever we find difficult in life, all the difficulties become easier to solve because of the blessings of Shri Krishna. I bow down to Shri Krishna, who is Vedanta, who is the one who knows the Vedas. I bow down to that Krishna, who is sitting in this body as intelligence and who is the witness. I bow down to that Krishna, who is the ultimate Guru. Krishna Dvaipayanam Vyasam Sarvalokahitam Ratam Vedabja Bhaskaram Vande Shamadhi Nilayam Munim. I bow down to Vedavyasa, Krishna Dvaipayana Vedavyasa, who is always engrossed in giving things to the world which is helpful for everybody. He is the one who has written the Vedas and who appears like the shining sun coming out from the ocean of Vedas. So I bow down to this Krishna Dvaipayan Vyas, who appears like the shining sun coming from this ocean like Vedas and who is always engrossed in the welfare of all living beings. I start Vishnu Sahasranama with bowing down to Shri Krishna and Vedavyas. My series in Lalita Sahasranama, Hindi or English, both were very popular, and all of you have written many beautiful comments. Some of you contacted me, some of you commented in the series requesting me to speak on Vishnu Sahasranama. So with that encouragement and to do this service at the lotus feet of my gurus and at the lotus feet of Sri Narayana, residing in the heart of all my listeners and all my viewers, I am trying to speak on the subject of Vishnu Sahasranama. I pray to my gurus that may I be able to explain it in simple language. There are many translations available. Translations are easier, but the main thing is to get into the bhava, to feel it, to feel it. What's the point of chanting mantras when there is no feeling? So there has to be some feeling. Then these mantras are very, very, very powerful. How will those feelings come? Only when you understand the deeper meanings. So I pray to my gurus, starting from Bhagavan Shri Krishna, Vyasdev, and all other Vaishnavas, to help me explain this in a very easy manner. The first question usually people ask me, I know once the series starts, from which book I should read. Well, there are many editions available. I usually buy my books from Giri Bookstore or Chakhama Prakashan or Gita Press. These are my go-to publications. Giri Bookstores is very popular in the South Indian community. The North Indian community prefers Gita Press. It's very popular in the north. India has such a big geography. But whatever you buy, it really doesn't matter. You might find some of the shlokas here and there. In some of the nyasas are not there. But really that won't harm you anything. Don't have to worry. If you are reading the Gita press edition, that also is good. If you are reading the Giri press edition, that also is good. If you have some any other edition, you can continue with that also. If there are no nyasas, do not worry. The main important thing is the names, the 1,000 names. And when you open the book, you will see that the 1,000 names actually begin from Om Vishnuvam Vishnur Vashatkaro Bhuta Bhavya Bhavat Prabhuhu. It begins from there. Before that, whatever is there is just an introduction. So some of the books, like the Gita Press edition, I just read the mantra Sachidananda Rupaya Krishnaya Klishtakarine Namo Vedanta Vedyaya Guruve Pudichakshine. So some of these editions, like Gita Press edition, will have this Dhyan mantra. But the Giri book, I once, long time ago, I had another Vishnu Sahasranama. It had some different shlokas. Then I bought a new edition. It had some different shlokas. So the Dhyana mantras, the Dhyan shlokas are edited and they could be somewhat different. Doesn't really matter. Main thing is you have to understand the Dhyan. Even if you are not able to read those shlokas here in the Dhyan mantras, just from your heart start praying and just bow down to all of them, whomever I am mentioning in the Dhyan mantras. So let's begin. Shri Vishnu Sahasranama Stotram, Hari Om. The first shloka I am reading from the Giri book edition. So, Shuklam Bardhanam Vishnum Shashi Varnam Chaturbhujam Prasanna Vadanam Dhyayet Sarva Vignopashantaye Yasyadvirad Vaktradya Parishadya Parashatam Vignam Nigna Nanti Satatam Vishwaksenam Tamashaye. So, these first two shlokas. The first shloka, Shuklam Bardhanam Vishnum Shashi Varnam Chaturbhujam. Many times people relate this shloka with Lord Ganpati. Sometimes people will relate with this Vishnu. Now this shloka is so unique. It can be understood in many ways. Shuklam Bardhanam Vishnu means Dakshina. What do you mean by Dakshina? Yeah. When the host comes and he has a golden plate, and in that golden plate he has all the silver coins. Oh. Or if the more better is when the host comes, when the priest is gone to perform puja, when the host comes with a plate full of golden coins covered with silver coins and he gives it, oh chaturbhujam dhyayet prasanna vandhanam dhyayet. Just by thinking that the host, is giving you this gift, you should just receive it with 4 hands. Prasanna vandhanam dhyayet. You should think that the host is giving and you just take it, and by just thinking of this you will become happy. Sarva Vignopashantaye. Of course, when you get this dakshina, when you get this money, of course everybody will be happy. So all obstacles will be removed. So two meanings of Shuklam Bardhanam Vishnu. But this is just, I'm just kidding, okay? This is not the real meanings. This is just in a Sanskrit class. We were kidding. We were like having fun with this mantra. Shuklam Bardhanam Vishnu actually here means, Shuklam Bardhanam means somebody who is covered by Shukla cloth. Shukla colored means anything that is white, or anything that is bright, or anything that is golden, or anything that is yellow, shades of white and yellow. All of this color will come inside Shukla. So anything that is covered with this color, golden, bright, yellow, okay? So that whatever it is called Shuklam Bardhanam. And Vishnu means which is spread everywhere. Shashi Varnam, it looks like the moon. Shashi Varnam. Chaturbhujam, okay, it looks like the moon. It shines bright like the moon. That means it is giving you, when you look at it, you will feel the chillness of the moon. When you are very tapta. Tapta means you are burning because you are in the world. There are so many problems every day that these problems burn you out. So you are at a burnout, and then when you go and look at the moon gives such nice soothing rays. So the soothing effect on you makes you feel better. So remember that person who is like this moon, the rays from whom it is coming, it is so soothing, and he is wearing a dress which is yellow in color or bright in color. Who is that person, you may ask? Oh, that person is Chaturbhujam, he has 4 hands. And Prasanna Vadanam, he is smiling. And if you meditate on him, what happens? Sarva Vignopashantaye, all problems will be gone. So no doubt you are very troubled right now. But when you meditate on that all-pervading Vishnu, who is wearing yellow garments, who is shining and soothing like millions of moons, who is always smiling, who has 4 hands, and in one hand he has the chakra Padma, Gada Hastam, he has chakra, he has lotus, he has a mace, and in one he has the chakra. So chakra, Padma, Gada and Shankha. He also has a conch shell. So meditate on that Vishnu who has all these 4 things, who is wearing the yellow dress and who is all pervading. And when you look at him, he is very soothing, just like the moon, and just by looking at him, your heart will be happy and all your problems will be gone away. So this shloka means that. Somebody may put the meaning as Ganesha, that also will work out on this. Because another meaning, Shuklam Bardharam Vishnum Shashi Varnam Chaturbhujam. Somebody who is wearing the cloth which is like golden bright, or somebody which is spread everywhere. What is that cloth? That cloth can be compared to the sky. The sky that is spread everywhere, and when the sun is rising, the sky looks like yellowish. And when it is like peak afternoon, it is all bright. So so that God has appeared like the sun. How do we know? He has spread his rays which is bright, and that rays are spreading all in the skies. So that rays which is spreading in the sky is his dress. We call Surya, the sun, as Surya Narayan. So that Vishnu whom you are trying to see has appeared in the horizon. He has appeared as the sun god. So when you look at sun god, he is Narayana, he is Vishnu, he is all pervading. Wherever you are, sun is there. Sun's rays is everywhere. So we bow down to that all pervading sun god who is Vishnu. And in the night also he appears as the moon god. He is Chandra. We call Krishna as Krishna Chandra, Ram as Ramachandra. So he appears as Chandra also. The Chandra gets his light from the moon, from the sun. The moon gets his light from the sun. So he is moon. So he is all pervading, just like the sun is all pervading, moon is all pervading. Moonlight is everywhere. So in these 3 words, Shuklam Bardharam Vishnum Shashi Varnam, we see the all pervading aspect of Bhagwan, which is like the omniscient, Nirakar. And then when we say, okay, he is Nirakar, he is the sun, he is the moon, I understand. But does he have a form? Is he beyond the sky? Well, he is pervading everywhere. Not only beyond the sky, he is in the sky. And where is sky? Sky is pervading everywhere. Sky is not seen, but sky is pervading everywhere. He is like the sky. Yet he has a form, and in that form he has 4 hands. Chaturbhujam. And he is holding these 4 beautiful things, and all of them denote some meaning. Meditate on him, and by just meditating on that Bhagwan, Vishnu, all pervading Vishnu, all your problems will be solved. Then he says in the second shloka, let us meditate on that Bhagwan who is in the form of Vishwaksena. Vishwaksena is another name of God. His army consists of millions of suns and other devatas. His army consists of millions of sons, other devatas, other gods, and also Lord Sri Ganesha. Let us bow down to that Vishwaksena Vishnu. We depend on him. By his blessings, all the obstacles of the life will be removed. Obviously, people pray to Ganesha to remove all the obstacles. Here in Vishnu Sahasranama Stotra, we are focusing all our energies on Bhagavan Vishnu, and we remember Vishnu as the, commander-in-chief, whatever, the highest position, and all the armies of Devatas are under his control. And that Ganesh Bhagavan also is with him. So whoever prays to Vishnu, Ganesha's blessing is always there to them, and their problems will be removed. So we pray to that Bhagavan Vishnu, who is called as Vishwaksena. Then the next slokas that follows in this book are all prayers to Bhagavan Srila Vyasadeva, who is the author of 18 Puranas and the 4 Vedas. He is also called as Veda Vyas. Narayanam namaskritya naram chaiva narottamam devim saraswatim vyasam tayot tato jayam mudirayet. All glories to Bhagavan Nar Narayana, whose main tirtha, main pilgrimage is in Badrinath. There are a lot of stories of Nar Narayana in our Puranas. Nar incarnated as Arjuna, Narayan incarnated as Krishna. So we first bow down to this Nar Narayana. Who is Nar? When we say Narayan, we understand Narayan is Bhagavan. But Nar also, in Mahabharata, Vyasadeva says, Nar also is Sakshat Bhagavan. So Nar Narayan. Narayan is that Paramatma, Nar is that Atma. So that Bhagavan, who is in every living being as Atma, is called Narayana. So we bow down to Nara and Narayana. Narayanam namaskritya naram chaiva narottamam, who are the best in all. Devim saraswatim vyasam tato jayam mudirayet. We bow down to my mother Saraswati. We bow down to Srila Vyasadeva, and all glories to Vyasadeva, Saraswati, Nar and Narayan. Narayan is that who is in every living being, in every Nara who lives, that is Narayan. Nara means living being, human being. And these two have incarnated as Krishna and Arjun, so we bow down to him. That's a little history. Then the next sloka goes on. Vyasam Vasishtanaptaram Shakte Pautram Kalmasham Parasharatmajam Vande Shuktatam Taponidhim. We bow down to this Taponidhi, who is the treasure of austerities. We bow down to Vyasadeva, who is Taponidhi. And in this one shloka, it is not only Vyasadeva. The beauty of Sanskrit shlokas, as I started with Shuklam Bharadram, so many meanings come out, right? Because the words are presented like that. If one understands the words, the meanings, so many meanings will come out. So here, it is not just simple statement, oh, I bow down to Vyasa, Vyasam namami. No. Vyasam Vasishtanaptaram Shaktehe Pautram Kalmasham Parasharatmajam Vande Shuktatam Taponidhim. So he says, oh, he is the treasure of all austerities. And then Shuktatam, he is the father of Shuka. Who is Shukadev? He is the father of Shukadev. Who is Shukadev? Shukadev is the one who gave us Srimad Bhagavatam. He spoke to Parikshit ji. So just in this one shloka, Vyasadeva, the father of Shukadev, automatically our mind goes, right? Okay, I bow down to Vyasadeva, I bow down to Shukadev. Vande. So then he says Parasharatmajam. Oh, now we are thinking of sage Parashar. Oh, Vyasadev, the son of Parashar. So immediately we see Vyasadev is there. Then his son Shukdev, Namaskar. His father Parashar, Namaste. And then you go ahead, Pautrama Akalmasham, and who is very immaculate. Vyasadev is very pure. Very pure. And he is the grandson of Shaktehe, Shakti Rishi sage Shakti, and great grandson of Vashishta. So, in this one shloka, we have remembered the entire lineage of Vyasadev. Vyasadev, as I told you, is the writer of Mahabharata also. 4 Vedas, 18 Puranas and Mahabharata. Then he gave us Vedanta Sutra. Mahabharata is considered as the 5th Veda. In that Mahabharata comes the Bhagavad Gita. And in that itself, Yudhishthira and Bhishma is explaining Dharma to Yudhishthira. And in their conversation, he spoke about Bhagavan Vishnu. And that conversation became Vishnu Sahasranama. So who gave us the Vishnu Sahasranama? Even though these two people are speaking, who compiled it? That is Vedvyas. From where does he belong? He belongs to, why is Vedvyas so important? He belongs to such a great lineage. So lineage is very important. Who was his father? Oh yes, Shakti. Parashar. And who was Parashar's father? Shakti. Okay. And who was Shakti's father? Vashishta Arundhati, mother. Oh, Vashishta comes from Brahmaji. Oh yes. Brahmaji from Narayan. Yes. So the whole lineage. And Vyasadev's, who was Vyasadev's son? Shukdevji. Oh, he was another great Brahmarat. Brahmagyani. Yes. So this one shloka, just see. We know his son, we know his father, father's father, father's father. We know his lineage now. Vyasam Vashishtanaptanam Shakte Pautram Kalmasham. He is so immaculate. He is the son of Parashar and he is the father of Shukdev, and Parashar is the son of Shakti and Shakti is the son of Vashishta. Vashishta, then the lineage goes up all the way from Brahma to Narayan. And he is on earth. What else? He says, Vyasaya Vishnu Rupaya Vyasa Rupaya Vishnave Namo Vai Brahma Nidhaye Vashisthaya Namo Namaha. He says, Vishnu incarnated on earth as Vyasa. This is written in Srimad Bhagavad Mahapurana. They describe 24 incarnations. And in that 24 incarnation, one of the incarnation is Vyasadev. So here we say, we bow down to Vyasadev, who is the incarnation of Vishnu, who is actually Vishnu. And we bow down to Vishnu, who incarnated as Vyasadev. So you look at Vishnu and you look at Vyasadev. Guru Govind dono khade kake lagu pao. Guru and Govind are standing together. Whom should I bow first? Balihari Guru aapke. I bow down to you, O my Guru, because you are the one who showed me what Vishnu is. So Vyasadev is the one who has written all these Vedas, who has written all this, given us all this knowledge, and because of his knowledge we could understand what Vishnu is, and the same Vishnu incarnated as Krishna, and gave us Bhagavad Gita. We are able to understand Krishna was Bhagwan because of this Vyasadev, who is the Guru. Vyaso Chistam Jagat Sarvam. All the knowledge given in this world has come out from Vyasadev. Without Vyas, we could not have understood anything. That's why when I started the class, the lecture today, I started saying, I first bowed down to Shri Krishna and I said, Namo Vedanta Vedyaya Guruve Buddhi Shakshine. O Krishna, you are the Guru, you are the teacher. In the next shloka I said, Krishna Dvaipayanam Vyasam Sarva Lokahitam Ratam Vedabja Bhaskaram Vande Shamadhi Nilayam Munim. Vyasadeva is that shining sun who emerges out from the ocean of Vedas. Vedas are like the ocean. So much knowledge, so much knowledge, so much knowledge. Krishna gave everything. And Vedavyas performed this feat of compiling so many things. Not only compiling, making them smaller and smaller and smaller, and everything is so perfect. He wrote a poetry called Mahabharata, not unparalleled. Nobody in the world can write a poetry, such a poetry of 19,000 verses, and every verse is filled with meaning. Every character, the way he has portrayed it, it's wonder of wonders. So he was not ordinary. Only God can do. So God incarnated as Vyasadeva. Vishnu incarnated as Vyasadeva, and Vyasadeva showed us what Vishnu is. Vyasaya Vishnu Rupaya Vyasa Rupaya Vishnave. Namo Ve Brahmanidye Vashisthaya Namo Namaha. We bow down to this Vyasadeva, who is the treasure of Brahma. I offer my obeisances to this Vyasadeva, who comes in the lineage of Vasishtha again and again. He is Vishnu himself. The entire lineage is the treasure house of Brahma Gyan, the knowledge of God. But this lineage, all the knowledge was given and compiled and given to us by Vyasadeva. So we bow to him again and again, again and again, again and again. So these were the incarnations that came. And they have left the planet now. But even after they left, they are alive. How are they alive? Through their books. Whatever we are reading, Vishnu Sahasranama, when did Vyas come? We cannot go and trace the history. Very difficult. But we celebrate in the world, we celebrate every year his birthday as Guru Purnima. So that's the day. Every teacher who is sitting and giving spiritual knowledge is called as Vyas. The seat where the teacher is seated is called Vyasapit. So every student, they give their respect to their gurus. Because Guru, Acharya, teacher is a representation of Vyasa. So the seat of the Guru is called Vyasapit. And we respect all the Gurus of the world are given, we give them respect on the day of Guru Purnima to commemorate the appearance of Vedavyas. That is the level of Vedavyas. He is Vishnu himself. So even though they have left the bodies, but are they not there? Yes, they are still there. They are, all these gurus, the great ones, they are avikaraya shuddhaya. The next sloka tells them, avikaraya shuddhaya nityaya paramatmane sadaika rupa rupaya vishnave sarva jishnave. They are avikaraya. There are no transformations in them. They appeared in a body form and then they left. But yes, even after them leaving, they are still there. We are remembering them through these shlokas. Avikaraya shuddhaya. They are always pure. They are always pure under all circumstances. Nityaya. They are permanent. Paramatmane. They are the super soul. They are the Paramatma. They are the ultimate truth. Sadaika ekarupaya. They are always there in one form, or whether the forms are there or not, they are there, and they are all there in different forms, in the form of Paramatma. So we bow down to Vishnave, Sarva Jishnave. We bow down to that Vishnu who is the ultimate truth and who wins away everybody, who is always victorious. So Bhagavan Vishnu, here in this sloka, there are so many meanings. Bhagavan Vishnu is Paramatma. Paramatma means the super soul in everybody's heart. Bhagavan Vishnu is the knowledge in everyone's heart. I am telling you something and you are understanding. Some people will not understand. The knowledge is being given, but only some understand, some don't understand. Why? Because it is inside Vishnu, it is the Vishnu inside, the super soul inside, who is the one who is actually giving the knowledge, if he wants to give. He is the Paramatma, he is the super soul. And he is Nitya, he is always going to be there. And all these great gurus are also always going to be there. And forget only about the great gurus, even us, we are always going to be there. When we read the Bhagavad Gita, it is said we are souls. This body is made out of 5 elements, and once the body is dying, the 5 elements are going to mix in the 5 elements. Then what happens to us? We are the soul. And what is our body? Consciousness. And the consciousness we have, accordingly either we have a new body, or if we have purified our consciousness, we'll go to Vaikuntha Lokas, Mukti, liberation. So we are going to be there always. Similarly, the gurus are going to be there always. The knowledge is going to be there always. This knowledge is Shuddha, pure. This knowledge is like, it's always going to be there. You cannot, the truth is the truth. This is the absolute truth. So Bhagavan Vishnu is the absolute truth. It's like saying milk is white. Yes, milk is always white. It's saying fire will burn. Yes, fire has that heat, it will burn. Water is cooling, yes. These are the properties. So these are eternal truths. So that truth, that knowledge, and the giver of knowledge will always remain. And the receiver of knowledge also will always remain, like souls. So here he says, we bow down to Paramatma, who is the super soul, and who is Vishnu, who is pervading everywhere. He is the most victorious. He may appear as different forms. He may appear as gurus, he may appear as student, he may appear in different forms. But he is Vishnu finally, and he is always pure. Sometimes he has a form, sometimes he is formless, but he is Vishnu, and we bow down to this Vishnu. And in the end it says, the last shloka, Yasya smaran matrena janma sansara bandhanat vimuchyate namastasmai Vishnave Prabha Vishnave. He says, we bow down to that Vishnu, that all-powerful Vishnu. Just by remembering his name, one gets freedom from this repeated cycle of birth and death. Some of you may ask why? Well, why were you attracted to learn Vishnu Sahasranama? Some of you will say, no, we just wanted some desires, we had some desires. I'll tell you, yes, when I was growing up, I was young. Of course, I was doing Lalita Sahasranama with some material desires. I did Vishnu Sahasranama again with material desire. There are 4 Purusharthas of life. Four things which is mentioned in our scriptures. Dharma, earth means wealth. Dharma means religion. Religion, wealth, desires and liberation. Dharma, artha, kama, moksha. We have to achieve this. Why should we practice dharma? To fulfill the rest of the 3. Why should we get wealth? To practice dharma. Wealth is required. Without wealth, nothing is possible. So wealth is required. And why should we get wealth? To fulfill our desires. Why should we do all the three things? To get liberation. So dharma, artha, kama, moksha, this has to be completed. And by chanting the Vishnu Sahasranam, all of this will be given to you very easily. I knew somebody, she was doing Vishnu Sahasranam, and I asked, why are you doing it? She's like, oh, my mother told me by chanting Vishnu Sahasranam, I'll get gold. I'm like, okay, do. So she did it sincerely on every Thursday. And then her husband got a transfer to Dubai, and in Dubai she went to gold souk. And there is this wholesale market of gold, and she kept buying gold. So when I met her in Dubai, she's like, Didi, I bought so much. And I'm like, wow, you are Vishnu Sahasranam, you wanted gold, right? You got it. She's like, yeah, Didi, yeah. So some people do this to fulfill their desires. So all the desires are fulfilled definitely by chanting Vishnu Sahasranam. But if you chant and tell God, God, right now I have some desires, but please bless me that I become desireless and I only desire for you. Why only ask the gifts? Ask for the giver. And then when you chant with that sincere mind that, oh Lord Vishnu, I love you. I'm not interested in your gifts. I just want you. Vishnu Sahasranam can give you that also. Now I will end up with one shloka here. Shri Vaishampayanuvacha Shutva dharmana sheshena pavanani cha sarvasha Yudhishthira shantatanvam punarevabhya bhashata. Here it says Vaishampayanuvacha. Vaishampayan is the student of Vyasadeva, and he is talking to Janmejaya, who is the son of Parikshit. He is the grandson of the Pandavas. So in their conversation in Mahabharata, Vaishampayan is saying to Janmejaya that, oh Janmejaya, your grandpa Yudhishthira, he went to Bhishma Pitamaha, great grandfather, he went to Bhishma Pitamaha, and then he asked him one question. Your grandpa Yudhishthira was the son of Dharma itself. He is Dharma personified. He knew everything about Dharma mentioned in the Puranas, but yet he had a question in his mind. He's like, all the Puranas, all the Vedas, and Vyasadeva has given so much importance of all days, all tithis, all devatas, all pilgrimages, and our Puranas are filled with fasting, rituals, procedures. All of them are capable to give these four things, dharma, artha, kama, moksha. But out of all of them, what is the essence? Is there any simple way by which someone can be liberated? Not only liberated, because people are looking to fulfill their desires. Is there a simple method by which the desires of people can be filled along with their biggest desire, they want to be liberated? Is there a simple method? Can that happen? So he put forward his question, and in reply to that question, so Yudhishthira has put this question to Bhishma, and then Bhishma has replied, and while replying, Bhishma has spoken about Bhagavan Vishnu and the various qualities of Bhagavan Vishnu. That conversation becomes Vishnu Sahasranam. So what are the questions Yudhishthira has asked and what Bhishma has replied? We will listen in the next video. May Vedvyas and all his lineage of gurus and Bhagavan Vishnu and Shri Krishna bless us all. May we all become Vishnumayam, and may we all get that intelligence to understand the deeper meanings of Vishnu Sahasranam. So we'll see you. I'll see you in the next video. Till then, Jai Shri Krishna. Radhe Radhe.